Twitch for whenever they're playing. But it looks like we are hopping into the first round here with the North American and European All-Star matchup. And, yeah, so it looks like the North American is going to be starting off on that CT side.
Yes, and actually, in spite of the fact that this is, generally considered a terrorist-sided map, a lot of teams will prefer to start on the CT side. Allows you to make a few mistakes if you, if you have to, and hopefully you won't need to. We'll see. Already, look at this setup. Pretty interesting. Nobody covering middle at all. Finally, nothing going down, actually.
I got a quick little rush up there. You got 3 players that have been pushing up there towards Catwalk. That is going to be the bomb carrier. It's going to be Pasha. As JDM, he's already got a lot to deal with up on side of A.
So they're playing a complete retake style here. They're just going to give up the A-bomb side and then try and retake it, which is kind of cool, and nothing starting off with a good shot. Get right the return. Now it's a 4-on-4.
All right, taking a look. They're going to be pushing back around. Swag trying to be able to get that pick. 4's able to drop 2 so far, make that 3 headshots with the Glock. And now it's going to be left up to nothing. Nothing finally ends that streak. He was over there towards Elevator, and then he's going to get shut down there by Pasha, who started things off. And so it looks like the Europeans are going to take that first pistol round.
Yep, so there it is. I'll try and see if I can actually get the X-ray back up and running eventually, but, well, we'll have to do it in between the games, I guess. Cause
everybody that's Anders on Twitter, you can find him, post at him, tell him to turn on X-ray quickly.
Exactly. Do that right now.
It's going to be so much trolling involved all weekend long, Anders. I hope you're ready for it.
Well, I'm slowly getting adjusted, I'll be ready by the end of the tournament, no doubt. CZ 75 in the hands. Hiko's still not been enough, and actually he's not doing that much damage. He's going to go down, and Guardian will be the one to pick up the kill. Probably going to buy an AWP later. He just has the deagle.
I spotted that 4 of the players had the CZ. I don't know if Swag had the CZ to start things off, but it looks like they are still just getting dropped one by one. And now you've got Shroud, who's by himself down to this 1v4, and has picked up himself an AK, but they do know exactly where they're at. He's got 3 players pushing right there in that lower B area, and he will finally get taken down there by Get Right.
Yeah. All right. So just a little bit of a taste of what Shroud is like. Actually, he's just such a cool player. I mean, for anyone watching his stream regularly, you'll see he has this really cool style. So not surprised to see him do stuff like that. But now, see if I can actually up the brightness a little bit here. Just
there you go. No, it's to the left way.
There we all the way.
We're working on settings together. We'll figure this out.
All right, there we go.
Oh, yeah, so much brighter. We can hop back into the game now. We've again 2-0. Haven't missed anything yet. They're going to be pushing up here towards long A. Get Right shuts down 2, and that's going to be that as a nice little save round there. But they did get dropped pretty quickly there.
Yeah, that was pretty much a slaughter. Nobody had any weapons on the NA side. Now they are going to be picking it up, and it's it's JDM picking up the AWP like we sort of predicted. So I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. Guardian on the other side, probably one of the best AWPers in the world.
Yeah, let's see from Guardian's perspective and what he's going to see as they cross over there through mid. You spotted one. Now make that through the door headshot into Hiko to start things off. Nice shot by Guardian, like you mentioned here.
Yeah, now they're going to boost up, actually. That's Swag helping out JDM, so that's some good communication. But look who's pushing for the smoke. Pasha could have got an easy kill then.
Immediately looked through for CT spawn again. Mid was smoked up there. And as Pasha pushed 3, pushed up just to check out there for CT spawn. They do have 3 players inside of B with the bomb down. But look out over there towards the A side. Forrest is flanking around, causing a lot of... he's just a nuisance over there towards long A right now.
Yeah, that's going to be so difficult for them to do anything. They need to kill Forrest before they can even worry about that B bomb site. They do get some good kills here. Now it's going to be Musampani and Get Right left.
So we're still trying to work on getting that X-ray for you there at home. As right now it's going to be left up. Oh, looks like nothing's going to push around. He will...
I think it's just enough time for it.
He will get that defused, yep.
All right, so actually, I think if we do switch it back, we do have a chance of actually maybe see if we can fix the X-ray.
We need to get the X-ray fixed for you, as you've all gotten used to it now.
All right, so we'll see. 3-1 is going to be the score here. The European team doing a fine job, and I'll see if I can get this X-ray sorted out pretty quickly. So let's see. There we go. So I think it's...
It's one of those, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. I can't remember exactly which one, so give me a second.
We can push buttons after. That's not it. No.
All right.
Learning a little bit more about Nothing and his scoreboard and who he is.
Oh, yeah. All right, we'll try this one instead.
Making progress now, possibly.
Yep.
And we have X-ray. Let's go ahead and hop back in here. Yay, everybody give a high five there for Anders.
And nobody's even died yet, so we're actually
Hey, we
still
didn't miss
ahead
a
of the game.
thing.
Just fine. JDM taking a lot of damage, and they're going to push short once again. Pretty important round here for the North American squad, I think.
Yeah, you got to be able to make sure that they mess with the money there for the Europeans. They're going to push up there towards that top A.
That's a nice shot from JDM, taking one down right through the smoke. Grenade to follow, and it will do significant damage. Get Right goes down, and this is looking pretty good. Shroud is here, almost gets the triple. That's 2 quick kills for the Canadian player.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get that bomb down inside of A. They picked off one inside of mid. Now it's going to be Musambi, and he's going to get dropped there. And so now it's going to be 3-2. You mentioned that they needed to pick up that round on the North American side.
Yeah, they did.
So now they've really messed with the economy there for the Europeans.
I like the idea from the European squad of, putting down smokes here, making sure that the people who were down on long were caught on the wrong side of the smoke so they can get them over the bomb down. But they just couldn't hold the site, not even close to holding the site there. You
had one player that decided to go ahead and push back around. Shroud did a good job of holding over there inside of the A side, picking up 2 kills and causing a little bit more damage on another player. And allowing his teammates to quickly rotate back around. But look at this. You've got a scout in the hands of Guardian.
And Get Right with an AWP.
That's interesting. He had a really good B spawn, so he's trying to take advantage of that, trying to get that quick pick inside of B tunnels.
And then JDM got boosted by a teammate up to short, so they might not realize that he's going to be this aggressive. If they haven't spotted him yet, they might lose a player really early on. He's double-scoped, and there's the shot. Swag also going to take one down, and the European team not really doing much here. Guardian dies, and it's going to be on Get Right, 1-on-5. As soon as he reveals himself, they know exactly where he is.
And it's going to be a good chance for us to have to scout out JDM and what he's able to do. He's picked up, I believe that was 3 during that round with the AWP. We saw the first early pick over there towards Catwalk just through the crack. So just a good little start. He had a nice little shot there to follow. But right now, as we take a look at the scoreboard, you can see that you've got nothing at 6-3. But down on the bottom side of it, you've got Hiko that hasn't picked up a kill here. Maybe might be able to help himself out here in the 7th round.
Yeah, difficult for Hiko because I think Hiko's one of the most consistent players of the whole tournament, but he's also a utility player. He needs, someone who can help out, and in a mix like this, it can be difficult though. Look at this, the European team with no weapons at all, just getting mowed down. Jordan Gilbert taking some good kills in here, double off for him already. He's running and shooting with the pistol through the smoke, and the last bullet's going to be a headshot on Guardian, so no problem at all.
And so he picks up. So far you can see the way that the economy is broken down. The North Americans are now sitting pretty. They haven't lost that many players. Shroud has died 6 rounds though out of the 7 that we've played thus far. But overall though they've done pretty well in terms of economy, kind of working that. You can see that the only player that is hurt right now on the North American side is Shroud. But as you look over on the other side, you see whether or not Pasha can get that pick inside of mid. He was accompanied there by Guardian with an op as well. And Get Right will get shut down and through mid as Swag decides to push through mid and gets that first kill.
Yeah, that could have been really cool from Swag. I don't think they realized he was going to be that aggressive. JDM misses a shot, but then again, he doesn't go down, flashes his way backwards. Got to be careful. If he stays here, he's got 2 ops on the other side coming for him, and he does miss the shot.
Pasha deciding to push up there towards Catwalk, waiting for his teammates right now. They have rotated. They've got 2 guys that are kind of caught in that no man's land, allowing that fire to take up there. They're going to go ahead and rotate back over there as we're taking screenshots, making sure we save this moment. Enjoy it.
Exactly.
It's going to be a good moment.
So that was a good screenshot right there.
As I think it's going to be one that to always remember. We'll post that on Instagram later, maybe Twitter. But as we look at it, you've got they're going to continue to push up. Nothing spots over the top of Pasha, says no. And finally, Hiko picks up a kill here, and will get shut down quickly after down to a 2-on-2.
It was 2-on-2, but the Shroud and JDM, they're really far away. The bomb goes down, so they're going to spend a couple of seconds even running to the bomb site, and they do have a kit picked up, so that's good.
Nice shot.
But Guardian, right, picks up 1, and now it's a 1-on-1 versus Musambani here for JDM. I don't know. What do you think about this one?
We'll get the chance to see what he can do, and Musambani picking up the nice headshot there. Nice rotate, though. Let's go back to what happened there. Again, they were pushing up there towards Catwalk. They had 2 guys there on the CT side that were falling back. They were kind of caught in that no man's land. They did throw out a molly there, and you saw that rotate. It was kind of a split that happened as they pushed there through the mid-double doors towards the B bomb site. They had a good retake. Pasha really got that opening kill to help them out to get inside that B bomb site. They got the bomb down, and then the rest, it was just trading kills there for the Europeans.
Yeah, it's really nicely done. So now it's tied at 4-4, looking good for the North American team. I'd say they're doing a fine job. If they can keep up like this, they're going to have a great first half, and I think the European team is going to be in some trouble to keep up. Swag actually with an AWP, which is not the most common weapon for him. He misses the shot. Pasha takes a kill in return. Wow, looking good here early on.
They're doing a great job of throwing smokes and flashes, delaying the inevitable as they're still pushing over there towards that catwalk. Shroud's going to try his chance here. He'll get taken down. Now look out for JDM, who's over there towards long A. You've got a rotate happening there from Hiko. Hiko trying to take a look over the top with that M4 silence. Can't even hit. Finally a headshot. Make that 2, and now he's going all out, says, you know what? I don't need that M4 anymore. Here's an AK. Picks up the last AK headshot. And finally picks up the round here with the defuse. So Hiko, we were talking about you. You were 0-4, and now you've changed the tide as you're sitting at 4-5 now.
Yeah, those were some incredible kills, especially because they came right after he was missing all those shots with the M4A1, and then he just went all out at the very end. Nicely done, and that actually, in spite of the bomb plant, which does give the European team a little bit more to work with, still they just can't afford to buy CSET 75s all around and a couple of smokes.
So pre-nerf, CZ or P250? Where are you at?
I'm going to have to go with the CSET. It's just too good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I'm still stuck with the P250. And as you can see on the European side, they're kind of a mixed bag as well. They've got 3 players that have the CZ and 1 with the P250. As the first P250 member, he falls. And now it's going to get picked off one by one as now it's left up to make that Forest with the CZ. And so you got 2 players there from NIP that are left alive here on the European team. And down to this 4v2. They do have the bomb site. Look out for the flank. That's going to be Shroud, and they're going to continue to push in there. P250 brought to you by Get Right. And he only picks up his second one now. And so now the score is going to be 6-4 in favor of the NA side.
Yeah, that could have been Swag gone down, and it would have been a really good round for the European team. But I don't think that the North Americans were ever really going to lose that. It was just kind of close at the end.
What's pretty interesting, though, on the North American side, that traditionally in PUGs, you just start to go in one by one, and you're just trying to make sure that they don't get that bomb down inside the B bomb site. If you looked at it and the way that they set up, they waited outside of the B bomb site before they pushed in. They had 4 players. They knew for a fact that they had Shroud that was coming around through B tunnels, and so they waited for him to get into place before they collapsed on the bomb site together.
Now look at this coordination again. Oh, actually, he just misses it a little bit, but he was going to grenade. I think Jordan was going to throw down a grenade to help JDM. And actually, the timing for the European side is so good here. Forrest picking up some sick kills, and Nothing with some good spray takes down 2. And actually, now it's back into a 2-on-2. And they can't really make this crossover easily. They don't have any smokes left.
Yeah, good point. Is there you can see Pasha, Musambani, they're going to go ahead and cross. Swag missing that first. Oh, Hiko says, I'll go all out with the spray. And picks up the last 2 headshots. It just took him a moment to get warmed up.
All right, so it felt like as soon as that should have been the opening, but then they lined up right for Hiko. That was a beautiful moment. We should have screenshotted that instead, I feel like. 7-4 is where we're at.
F5, man, F5.
Yeah, we'll try. Later on, we'll try. Still double up setup on the CT side, and for the terrorists, it's banked for CZ75s, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so we'll see what they decide to do. You have 1 player there inside of mid. There looks like they have smoked up. Now Swag going to watch the crossover. Overkill on to Get Right with that AWP. They've got 2 players that have already pushed over there towards B ramp. He's going to be covered there by Hiko. And Hiko will turn back around, but that was JDM who picked up that shot from CT spawn with the off. And that's going to finish things off. And I believe Shroud probably killed him through, yeah, he did, from CT spawn through the double door. Says, yep, I'll help you out. I don't have to be in the bomb site with you. And now the score is 8-4. So again, let's go back when we talked about during pregame.
Yeah.
Is we're watching players warm up, and there's 2 players on both teams, NIP and on 2 players from Complexity, that are warming up right now. That being Nothing and Hiko, and Get Right and Forrest. And so right now, this is the perfect time for those players to get hot, so they will be ready for their first matchup of this tournament.
Oh, yeah, and JDM also definitely being warming up. He's been hitting some nice shots, missing just a single one, I think, so far. But it's been looking really good. And Forrest actually had the good spawn to actually peek long with that AWP. Didn't make anything off it. A little bit of damage onto Nothing is all they've got so far for the European team. So I don't know what's happening. This is looking really bad, especially when Hiko's on a flanking run like this.
Got Guardian who picked up that first one there. Now he's picked up his second kill, so Swag and Nothing both go down. But look out for Hiko flanking again, just tapping away, using every bit of that clip. Finally uses that last one. He will get taken down there by Get Right, so that's going to even things back up down to a 2-on-2.
And nicely done. He almost took down Guardian as well. I think Hiko was very close to a triple kill then. Now they're in some good positions here, especially with JDM. He's going to be able to spot the first couple of people.
He doesn't know.
No, mid's covered already by a teammate, and Guardian will
Nice
take him
shot.
down. Now it's time for Shroud to show what he's all about.
This is a tough spot to be into. Oh, picks up the headshot. Guardian peers over the top. He's going to try to get that plant for Catwalk. But luckily enough for Get Right, he was there waiting for him to push up through CT spawn.
How did he get that first shot, though? That was really quickly.
Yeah, so 8-5 right now. North Americans leading. They were getting hot pretty quick. And look at that. As you can take a look at the scoreboard, 10 kills for 4 players from the NA. They're trying to stay consistent now.
Yeah.
As on the European side, you've got Forrest, who's been playing well as Get Right, the 2 players that do need to get hot for this next matchup. But they've got 3 players that are stacked over there towards Long A, 1 player inside of the A bomb site, and then you have 1 player over there inside of B. So they're giving up mid completely.
Yeah. No doubt about it. They just don't care anymore. And, I mean, this is a lot to put on Hiko, isn't it? Just alone in the B bomb site. If they go for him, that's it. But if they don't, if they actually go for the A bomb site, then this gamble for the NA side is going to work out just fine.
Yeah, they've got, looks like they're trying to act as if they were on a split. They're going to push there through that mid double doors, through the smoke, and now Hiko's in a really tough spot. He doesn't know that there's no players inside of B, but he will start to rotate as some callouts are being made.
Look how close it was. Now Guardian finally realizes he's there. Hiko, if he had been 1 second earlier, that would have been great. Now he's alone instead, 1-on-3 here, and this is going to be nearly impossible. They know he's coming short as well. He nearly caught the bomb then, but still.
And just so you know, players like Sacrilegious, make sure you register over at ESEA.net for Season 17. That's going to be a prize pot of over $90,000. So
yeah.
If you want to join us, you want to join this server, make sure you register over at ESEA.net as the score now is 8-6.
Exactly. So it is another round for the European team. And I think they need to make this 8-7. And even then, it's still going to be difficult for them to make it all the way back. But we'll see. At least they forced the counter-terrorists to actually eco now.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, as you look at it, the European squad, it'd be beneficial for them to definitely win this round, especially starting off on traditionally the easier side. But who knows whenever you're talking about a pug or a mix like the All-Star game.
Well, look at this.
Oh, CZ. CZ and the 5-7 over there on Catwalk as nothing is staying alive, allowing JDM to come around. They ecoed that with the CZ and a 5-7, and they take the round. Now the score is 9-6 as we're here in halftime.
It was great. What was really funny about that was the European team decided to push down towards Catwalk, and they had been boosting. The North Americans had boosted on this box, and just they met them right here at the corner. Basically, the perfect range to try and use pistols. So I don't know. Unfortunate timing for the Europeans, but really nicely done by the NA squad. And now we just need one more person to join in, and we'll be ready with the second half.
So let's kind of analyze each individual player a little bit more in detail here as we take a look at the stats. Of course, the game has ended, and so we probably, after the first round will start, we might get reset in terms of stats. But as we look at it, just based off of what we've seen so far, so we had mentioned JDM in the beginning, just talking about his op skills and wondering whether or not he's going to come out to play. Some really good shots that we've seen thus far. Shroud has made some really good shots as well.
Yeah.
Hiko finally coming out to perform as well as he has been. But then, Swag really didn't. I mean, he was using an op majority of the game, which was really interesting. So we probably didn't get a good sign or a tale of how he's going to play for the tournament. But on the other side, Guardian with the first pick of the game whenever he had an AWP, and there's no question his op is just unreal. And then Pasha, he's just we really didn't get the chance to see him with an AWP that much. He did make some good shots there. Get Right and Force playing to their full potential. And Musami, you kind of Musabani, and kind of go into detail with him.
Well, I mean, Musambani is a strange player. To me, he feels like he's the sort of player a little bit like Get Right. He needs his team to go and do stuff, and then he'll be at an awkward angle. He'll show up at just the right time to take out a lot of players, and I think he's well known for doing that stuff like that. And he's basically the Spanish Get Right in that sense. So, I mean, I'm not surprised if he's not going to be taking a huge amount of kills here. But we'll see. I'm surprised Pasha isn't really doing more than he is. I think he's at 5 kills at the end of that first half. But at the same time, Virtus Pro only have to play tomorrow, so it's not going to be a huge detriment to them if he's cooled down right now.
Which, again, I have to give a shout-out to ESEA. I know that we're casting an ESEA tournament, but it's a huge shout-out to you guys in terms of accommodating what's happening for Snacks and getting him over here and giving them the time to really play here. But we are here in the first pistol round. Swag just on the other side. He's got the Glock going, decided with burst fire, and he finally picks up that kill using every bullet that he has left in the clip. And now it's going to be down to a 1-on-2. Swag going to get taken down from the backside. Switches back around. He does have time to reload. And then finally we'll finish things off. There was Hiko. That make that get right had a really good chance and a good opportunity to pick up that round. As Hiko didn't push him through the double doors. Swag was on a flank. Really, they were just chasing after kills. And just so happens that the North Americans pick up the pistol round.
Yeah, but that 180 turn from Get Right was incredible. That was much too fast. And now, something that's really classic, yeah, I guess some of the European teams do this, picking up scouts, and actually they get nothing for it. Look at this. The North Americans reading them so well. They knew that that was going to happen, and they just shut them down. No scout for you. A
Galil and AK barrage through the double doors as they didn't even get the chance to cut the ribbon and pass through. So now you're going to see they're going to try to be able to pick their inside of mid. I'll do some scout lessons after the tournament if you need help, any guys. So now it's going to be left up to Pasha with the CZ. He could do it right here, and he doesn't.
Could have got definitely a kill on nothing as well. That could have been fun. I love the fact that they saw that coming. That's, I mean,
I don't even know if they saw it coming. I'd put it more on they were just going to spam mid double doors, and that the Europeans just said, all right, we're going to peek out. We're going to make this nice scout headshot, because the scout is a finesse weapon, right?
Yeah.
It is that you peek out, you're going to get that perfect headshot. That's what you go for, and that's not what happened.
Definitely not. Well, that leaves them back to pistols. It's probably going to be, I mean, it's going to be, what, 13-6 here before the European team can start buying again? It's looking really good here for the, I guess we can't really call them the home team, but closer than the Europeans anyway.
Yeah, so as we see right now, there nothing continuing what happened in the previous round where they just spammed double doors. But look out for Get Right. They are looking out for Get Right as JDM has a scout of his own. And now it is 12-6. And as you mentioned, we're probably going to that 13-6. Oh, no.
They do actually afford.
Oh, they all have him for it? They all have silence, so.
Yeah. So that's obviously a big
cheaper,
difference.
2,700.
There's no defuse kit either picked up, and very few grenades, so that's obviously a big risk here for the European team. If the North American team plays this slow, they're going to end up using all the grenades on the CT side, and then by the time the push actually happens, it's going to be too late.
So they do have full armor. They do have the Colt, if you will, and then we've got an HE and I believe a smoke there, and then 2 decoy and a flash. Of course, I'm looking long distance on looking at your monitor here, so.
It is pretty far away from you. That's not nice.
And I've got poor vision, so that's not good.
Oh, but they do actually return the kill there. Guardian with one more, so right now it's a 2 for 2. And Guardian, the only one holding the bomb site. It's going to peek again, but Hiko will take him out. And it's going to be Musambani Pasha. 2-on-2. The bomb is probably going to go down on the B bomb side unless, yeah, it will. I was going to say Pasha could have killed him in the crossover, but that's not going to happen.
He does have a nade there, trying to take advantage of them being on the backside. Hiko does take a little bit of damage. He's now sitting at 56 health. And the perfect little fire, but Hiko's just outside of that range. And now it's going to be down to this one-on-one here with Shroud and Musambani. And Shroud picks up the last 2 of that round. Yeah, 13-6. I didn't expect the Europeans to buy either, but they did. I guess did they buy during the second round? Did they buy any CZs or P250s in that round?
During the second round, they just bought the 2 scouts, and they didn't even really get kills with them.
Yes, you're right. They did buy the 2 scouts.
I guess the 2 people that bought those scouts must have been Get Right and somebody else who got a lot of kills in the pistol round. So they just
good point.
They just assumed they could afford it, and they were right, but it still is a bit of a risk, and they lost the last round. Now they're back to pistols.
They balanced it out to have that 4,600 to work with going into that round. So right now, as you look at it,
that was a great grenade. That was a really good grenade. Now Get Right, he's going to flash himself in onto long, so let's see. Flash goes out, it's going to pop right there, and he's going to peek out, but Swag, he just turned.
He did not do the flashbang dance, and so they're continuing through that site, and Hiko's going to pick off another one. Now it's going to be left up to Force down to a 1-on-4. And he's got the CZ tapping away, and he will get eliminated from the round. 14-6. Definitely did not expect this
No,
at all.
Not at all. And look at this. I mean, Hiko, just to point him out, because he was 0 when everyone
Zero
else had,
and 4.
Yeah, 0 and 4, and everyone else had at least 4 or 5 kills at that point in the
Yes.
game, maybe even more. And now he's actually fought his way all the way up to 18 kills.
He's trying
so
way too hard.
yeah, it's very. Yeah, you don't want to peak this early in the tournament,
No,
right?
no, this is not the time. You can get some good highlight reels. This will be good for the YouTubes, but this is not the time to. We're not playing for money right now. We're just playing for pride. Nice shot by Guardian right over the top there. Traditional spot from the catwalk. You've got Forrest, who's just inside of the smoke. Guardian says, I still got this covered. Must have been a quick call out there by Forrest, as now it's going to be left up. You got a 3-on-5, and Shroud fall. I'll make that Guardian falls to Shroud's AK.
Yeah, and actually look at Hiko over on long, also taking another player. That's going to commit Pasha. He's going to have to stay here. He takes the battle with Hiko and takes him down.
Smart
so
play.
Nicely done.
A good job by Pasha challenging over there towards long. By eliminating or challenging over there towards long A, it basically allows him to have that comfort knowing that long A is now cleared and he can focus his attention back over to catwalk. But JDM says, I still have my op in hand, and as he switches it, and now he's going to push over here towards the A-bomb site. Will get the bomb planted, but look out for Get Right pushing over there towards catwalk, just over the top as JDM takes a little bit of gunfire there, still spawning around. Going to be a good game of cat and mouse between JDM and Get Right here.
Yeah, this is really good experience for JDM. Again, he hasn't been to that many lands, so it's fun to see. It almost works. Nearly takes down Get Right. 35 HP.
Let's go back to the difference between what Get Right and JDM did there. You saw JDM, from JDM's perspective, just moving around, bouncing around, checking different angles, continuing to move, continuing to bob and weave, continuing to move. Then on Get Right's side, you saw him there through the X-ray. He was so calm and collected. He just moved over there towards catwalk very gracefully, waiting, found his position, and set up his shop, and then got the kill. He didn't get over the top. He didn't get over anxious, and he just waited for that kill to happen. And then JDM, of course, bouncing all over the place. One of two things going to happen. Either A, he's going to get that awesome headshot just randomly and effectively, or he's just going to miss his shot completely.
Look at this.
Which I guess is the case for any situation, but yeah.
They're going to actually just rush into the bomb site here. Get Right takes down one, flashed out once, and now grenade to follow. He's going to have time to reload as well. And Musambani and Pasha are there. The bomb is down, and this game isn't all but over yet. I mean, it's close, but there's still time. And did you see the shot that JDM hit in the middle as well, again with the AWP? So I'm really wondering, because you can have the raw skill to hit really insane shots like that.
Yes.
But if you get if you get pressure, this is just an all-stars match. If you start playing against Get Right in an actual game where a lot is on the line, then you can't afford to have those moments of hesitation or where you just get too pressured. So they got to really be careful. Try and see if they can make JDM feel at home.
You made some really solid points in terms of the way that he's playing right now, in terms of pressure, in terms of stress and tension, is going to be completely different whenever we're in an actual matchup between these two. That 1v1 probably would have had the same impact in terms of he would be moving around a lot, just excited, but the difference is the expression that would be on his face. It'd be that stress, that focus, and trying to really make sure that he does the right thing, possibly overthinking things. Right now, he's probably got a big smile on his face. He's like, oh, I missed that shot. My bad, man. My bad. I got this. We're still up 14-8. I got this. Don't worry. But the same situation, if the score was still 14-8, they would have said, oh, man, I should have had that round. I should have had that round.
And especially because he was in a 1-on-3 when he ended up against Get Right. He actually killed the first 2 people, and that's actually when the stress really starts to mount. So if you just die to well, there's no stress if you just die, but either way.
Interesting peak.
Oh, they boost up on the box.
So let's. I'll talk about that. You can go down to your points here. It's funny to me that they went towards the dark area, the dark spot in mid, and boosted up on top of the box, which was the exact same perspective as if they were in T-spawn to take a look down through mid. There's no difference between the two. You're exposing the same amount of your body, and it's the All-Star game, trying something new, trying something different. But yeah, it's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah, for an All-Star game, we haven't had any knives yet, and that's disappointing. Where's the knife kills?
Oh, well, there's still time.
Guardian will pick off Shroud. Musambani with a kill on JDM, and now 5-on-3, looking pretty good. And especially with Pasha sneaking up like this, he's going to hear them, but it doesn't even matter. They're just running into the middle, getting killed by the Spanish player.
Pasha deciding to push up there, but he's going to get taken down there by Hiko, as it's going to be down to this 1-on-4. They know exactly where he's at, just tapping away. Hiko will drop another one, but through the cracks is going to be Musambani with the M4. 14-9. Look out as the Europeans are just kind of clawing their way back and picking up one round at a time.
Still a 5-round gap between the two teams, but the problem is that as long as they're not getting the bomb down, they're really going to be low on money all the time. So 5 rounds is actually more like 2 or 3. If you have to eco every other time, that's what it's down to. So we'll see.
Well, how difficult has it been for them to even get the chance to see a bomb site lately? I mean, trying to get into the A bomb site. They've been getting shut down over there towards Catwalk. Trying to get inside the B bomb site. They've been shut down at the entrance of Tunnel. They really haven't had the chance to get inside the sites yet.
Yeah, nothing much is working for them at the moment. They do take down Pasha, so that's a pretty good start. They get to, run away with his rifle as well, but they have no armor, no grenades or anything. It's going to be almost impossible here. Musambani in the middle actually takes a lot of damage. He's going to go down. Wow.
Yeah, they do have that smoke that kind of smoked there inside of CT, but they have 2 players that are over there towards that B bomb site and trying to be able to hold it down. Forrest just tapping away. He has his teammate Guardian still watching the cross, so they know the call out there that no one has crossed inside the bomb site. Yes, so Forrest is going to continue to watch over the. Oh, he's getting shot through the double doors down to 24 HP. And wow, who is that from? Was that from Swag or from Hiko?
That was Hiko with a Glock as well. It's very nicely done.
Oh my goodness! Does Guardian have any? He has head armor too.
Yeah. So that was just really nicely done from Hiko. I mean, they didn't
got
get the kill, they lost
quick.
the round, but still, that's impressive. 10-14 here, but I love that. It's a nice detail.
Man, that was so much damage.
Yeah. All right, let's see. JDM has picked up the AWP. Guardian has one. They're running in opposite directions, so I'm wondering if JDM is going to get another kill in the middle here. Oh, that timing was very close. He could have definitely got that kill.
All right, so we can see we've got set up there inside of mid. Guardian got boosted and pushed up there towards Catwalk. We'll see. We've got JDM who's got an AWP in hand. 5 players that have pushed up there towards long. It looks like they're going to backtrack now and go for this 3-2. We do have a player that's in the lower B, but look out in T spawn right now. We do have someone that's flanking back around. Of course it's Get Right. He's going to spot one. He misses his chance, just continuing to spray. Now he's going to take up so much damage and barely missing with that HE as Shroud stays alive just barely, and Forrest is going to try to finish things off, and he will. And so now it's going to be down to this 3-on-4. Still a player there inside of mid. Forrest picking up another one. And so Forrest just cleaning things up there for Get Right, as Get Right had the chance to do a lot of damage in this round. He is holding in a nice position, though, waiting for a rotate. So they know for a fact that they're not heading over there towards that B bomb site. So look out for them to collapse. They're on the A side now.
How did Shroud survive that grenade? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
They are boxed in here. Hiko's going to try and shoot his way out. Guardian gets a kill, so now Hiko's alone. The bomb is dropped right in front, so he has to go and try and pick it up here, and it goes down to Forrest. Triple kill for him, and 11-14. It's still pretty far away for the European team to make it back and actually win the game, but if they do bring it back now, it's going to be pretty impressive.
Anders, it's Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's been written.
And it's disorganized Counter-Strike.
And it's disorganized Counter-Strike. You're right.
We'll see. Smoke off in the middle. They really don't want to get picked off here early on, but that was a really weird smoke. I don't think that was how it was.
He wanted to make sure that his teammates couldn't push through CT spawn. So.
Exactly. A nice shot from Hiko. Takes down Get Right. Musambani grenaded down to 60 already, and Hiko just shooting through the smoke here.
Musambani just on the outside edging that smoke. He will get taken down. He had the upper hand there on Hiko. He had the first shot, but Hiko will make the perfect shot there, or the more effective shot. And so it's going to be down to the 5-on-3. Forrest pushing over there towards the B tunnel area. Guardian did pick up one. We've got still kind of working out. And Forrest is having to watch 2 different angles at the same time. He's going quickly for the kills. He drops 2, left up to JDM. Pasha just on the other side. And JDM will fall 14-12. What is this round run now? What are they at this point?
Well, they've won the last 6 rounds in a row. And that round started off with Hiko getting 2 kills.
Let's make sure. I think that...
Yeah. Should be 6 now.
Yeah, it is 6. Okay.
And, Hiko, he got the 2 kills in the beginning of that round, did so well. After you get, 2 kills, you're 5-on-3, you should just be winning that round. But, again, this is what it's like when you're not playing with your usual team. You do lose 5-on-3s like that.
And we look at it. Get Right deciding to push up there inside of the lower B tunnels. He will have 1 player to worry about. That's going to be nothing. And JDM does have a P250, but Shroud pushing over there towards Catwalk does pick off one. Look out inside of lower B. This is Get Right that we're on board with. and nothing is just on the other side. I believe he dropped.
What
That is a
going on?
decoy there. That's going to go ahead and push back around there. Musambani is going to get dropped. Get right, pushing around, takes down 2, and finally gets dropped there by Shroud. It's going to be down to a 1-on-3, but so low health. And collectively, they still have less than Guardian, but now he's going to get dropped 15-12. It took some time. Took 6 rounds, in fact, or make that 7 rounds to finally push us to game point.
There it is. I mean, that was a long time coming after that 6-round win streak. It finally is the time for the Terrorists to bring it back home. And it looked like they had so much going for them, the European team that round. They had, people on short and in lower dark, so there was a really good opportunity for them to sandwich in the Terrorist team. It just didn't work out. And now JDM, once again, hitting some great shots down the middle.
I am curious to see how well JDM will play during a regular match.
Yeah. Definitely.
I am happy you brought up the point about the difference between the All-Star game and the pro match and that type of the intensity that goes along with it, because there is a big difference that's involved there.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if if it can't actually end up working out in his favor, just having, a little bit of time just to dip his feet in the water, see how hot it is.
Yep.
I mean, even though it's not the same thing, but here we go. North American team ended up winning 16 rounds for them and doing a fine job. I mean, they were struggling for a while, but they just brought it right back here in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, it was a great game overall. If we watch each one of the players, I mean, again, we kind of broke down each one of them individually and what they've been able to do. On the European side, Get Right and Forrest, they had some really good shots. Looked like they were playing pretty well. Pasha, again, I still didn't get the chance to see him play where what his full potential could be.
Yeah, I mean, Pasha pretty just showed up today, thought, all right, I'm going to play this one game, and then I'm going to go back and relax in my hotel room, wait for snacks to arrive, and it's going to be all good. But I must say, I'm really intrigued by JDM. I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to go, and I'm glad to see that Hiko was able to just step it up. Like I said, I think he's probably one of the most consistent players on LAN as well, really good. So I'm happy to see that he's on form. Yeah.
Anders, it's good that the fact that you and I have all day today together.
Yeah.
And so we've got 2 really good matches, 2 good best-of-3 series to come up here in just a moment. NIP versus Complexity. That's going to be a great one to watch. We'll get the chance to see iBuyPower as well, and I believe it's OEF, right?
Overgaming, yeah. Yep. They're going to be playing the Spanish team, you're right. So they used to be Wizards, but they got to change their name. And I think actually they got a pretty good deal out of it, too. Yeah,
so you get the chance to see a lot of name changes all the time. So, whatever it is, they've got the same players that are playing, and they're playing extremely well. So, overgame is what you said, right?
Yeah.
No, so now I'll be on par now as well. So
exactly. That's going to be good fun. But, yeah, the first match, I think, I mean, you look at the betting statistics, not that we have to go too much into it, because obviously we're going to go to a break before we do anything else. But, it's almost 90% in favor of NIP to 10% of Complexity.
Sounds about right in terms of what it probably will be.
That's a best-of-3 game as well. I don't know. I have a little bit more faith in. I think NIP are probably going to win, but I have a little bit more faith in Complexity. But we'll see.
Oh, as always, we want to see a really good competitive match, and I want to see it go down to a 2-1 in terms of map series. But if you haven't done it yet, make sure you register for Season 17, over $90,000 in pot prizes. Of course, there'll be the first inaugural season for CSGO Premier in North America, and then over in the European side, it'll be the first CSGO main division. So already we're going to have to separate you guys because you're not really good at playing together in each one of your divisions. No, there's just it's great to have everything. Of course, all of this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors from BenQ to Zowie as well as Alienware. So again, it's been fun. Of course, getting the chance to cast with you. I think we've only casted one match prior to the All-Star game. And that was over at DreamHack Winter.
It was.
And so it's good to see you again, man.
I'm happy to be here. I've been here since Sunday, and I've just been, I've been shopping. I've been, warming up, getting mentally ready for it, and now I'm ready.
Gone to Walmart, which is good.
Yeah.
Gone to Target as well.
Actually, Walmart a little bit disappointing. I was told there would be weird people, so no weird people at Walmart at all.
You need to go to Walmart at like 2 or 3 a.m. And that would be the best goal. And maybe that's what we'll do later tonight after our best of our 2 matches are done for today.
We'll go to Walmart and just hang out and watch people.
You and I will just go and people watch for a while.
I'll do that, definitely.
So coming up after the break, we're going to have NIP facing off against Complexity. So stick around right here and make sure you tell your friends, twitch.tv/ESEA. We'll be casting all weekend long with some great Counter-Strike Global Offensive right here from Dallas, Texas. This is